Good morning, children. So, welcome to the geography class. Today we are in the class without the students. Virtually, all of us are together. So, hope you are keeping fine. Today, I'd like to discuss the political divisions of Africa. We have seen its location. We have seen in the previous video. Today we will see the political divisions of Africa. And in the political divisions of Africa, just to begin with a straightforward beginning, that this land, as we know, is known as also the dark continent. Africa is known as the dark continent. Why? Because it was unexplored. Many parts of the continent was unexplored due to the harsh climate. Due to the first one is the harsh climate and the physical features because of the thick forest and also the straight line, that means the whole continent. There was no coastal areas were very sharp, and therefore it's known as also the fall. And here also the fall lines, and so it was due to the very straightforward coastline, where the explorer could not anchor their ship and stop, and so there were no gulf, no strait, no gulf, no inlets where they could anchor the ship. And so most of the time they were passing by, unexplored, and therefore this many part of the continent was not known to the world. The colonization of Africa by European countries began in 1814, when the British took over the Dutch colony of South Africa. See, these Europeans were very, very good at exploration. Also, the Dutch means Holland, Greenland or Holland, whatever you call it. People, they were always on the sea, and so they were good explorer. And so they went to explore Africa. And when this Dutch, first they explored, and then later on followed by the British. And British were more formidable. They were more formidable, so they pushed them off. And they had a good fight. And so they fought back and then occupied the land. This process continued till 20th century. About their coming and going, pushing and throwing them, or the fighting among the traders and the explorers, it took till 20th century. In 1920, Africans started their struggle for independence. Only 1920, they started. Like us, we also started more or less the same with the British. And so our situation, Indian situation and the African situations were more or less the same. And we were fighting for independence. Africans also were fighting for independence from the British rule at the same simultaneously. So most of the countries had gained independence. By then, many have got their independence. Okay, like New Zealand, Australia. That is 20 years before or 40 years before they got independent, though there were many island countries which were under the British, and so they all were fighting. And so that is why, together with India and all that. So by the mid-century, 20th century, most of the countries had gained independence, with Angola being the last one to get its freedom. Angola also is one of the African countries. Africa is the largest continent, and we know that second largest continent. Our continent, that is Asia, is the largest one. And so it's the home to more than 50 independent nations. It is the home to, this continent of Africa is the home of 50 independent nations. Each country has its own currency, flag, anthem, history, then cuisines, music, identity and culture. And Africa is the habitat of the most primitive people. Still, primitive people are living there, though South Africa has been dominated by the British and the colonists. So, the capitals were widely in size, widely very big, and the largest city being the Cairo. Cairo is the largest. The population also varies from country to country. So this was about the, so how many countries are there? There are 50 countries. 50 countries in almost, it is more than 50 countries these days, 50 countries in Africa, in the continent of Africa. That is about the political divisions. Now, so here we have a statistic of all the physical features and detail and all that you can go through, and the countries and the capitals have been given. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 into 2. There are so many countries are there, and their capitals. Now, physical features. Another point is the physical features. Physical feature of Africa. Physical features of Africa. Physical features have been greatly different. The physical feature of Africa is quite different. See, mainly mountains, plateaus, valleys, then deserts, rivers. Okay, all these are the forests and all that. So here we will see the physical feature of Africa is largely a plateau. This plateau is lower in the north and higher in the south. The Great Rift Valley of Africa is a very special physical feature. Very Rift Valley, mountains. Atlas is the special and prominent mountain of that is located in northwest region of the continent. These are young fold mountain. They are not old fold. Young fold mountain consisting of roughly 3 parallel ranges, which stretch from the Atlantic coast of Morocco to northern Tunisia. On the eastern part of continent are the number of volcanic mountains. Till today they are active volcanoes, of which Mount Kilimanjaro, Mount Meru and Mount Kenya are the highest. These are the highest mountain peaks of the mountain Atlas mountain system. Mount Kilimanjaro is 5,895 meters, is an extinct volcano and is the highest peak in Africa. The highest peak. Next one is the plateaus. The continent of Africa appears to be huge plateau. The northern part of Africa plateau stretches from Atlantic coast in the west on the Nile Valley in the east. Then Hagar plateau and Sahara desert are located here in this plateau. And all that is this. Next one, you can go for yourself. And this is Rift Valley. Is another important physical feature of Africa. A special feature of African plateau is Rift Valley. It is long, deep and narrow valley with vertical cracks. It's not the slope, it's a vertical crack. So it is mostly V valley. V valleys are there. These rifts are a result of the movement of the earth crust. What is the earth crust? The surface. Earth surface is known as the earth crust. And then the earth crust, it runs all the way from Mozambique, also the east coast of the Red Sea, then moves towards the river Jordan and all that. So these are the physical features. This next physical feature is of river, desert, and the forest area that we will see in the next video. Okay, bye.